Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Welcome Wednesday. My name is Jenna Anderson. I am the chair of the Society for Health Psychology Membership Council, and I'm so glad to see all of you here. A point of housekeeping, we will just ask that everyone remain muted until there are time to ask questions. And of course, we always encourage you to send questions into the chat box as they come up, and we'll do our best to get to them. And also, of course, as you can see, we are recording this. The structure of today's meeting will be, I will first introduce Dr. Mark Vogel, who is the 2023-2024 president of the Society for Health Psychology. We will talk a little bit about the membership benefits to being a member or joining Society for Health Psychology if you do not already. And then we will break you into some breakout rooms with each individual interest group so that you can get a sense for what they're doing and ask any questions that you might have. So without further ado, I would like to welcome Dr. Mark Vogel, the 2023-2024 president of the Society for Health Psychology.
Well, great. Thank you very much. Guys, there was a picture back when I used to wear ties. I haven't worn a tie since COVID. So there you go. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for participating in this event, our Welcome Wednesday. And, you know, one of the things I really want to emphasize with our interest groups is how this is part of the glue that binds us all together. It's really part of what helps us find our little niche of people who share our interest, whether that's pain or consultation liaison or women's issues. It really helps us kind of bind together and find our small element in the larger group. And so we really want to emphasize discovery of maybe an interest group you hadn't known was there, or find out exactly what they're doing or how they're working, and just share with one another. One of my initiatives of this upcoming year is really about how connections affect our wellness. As health psychologists, we're oftentimes isolated in our settings. We might be one or two psychologists, maybe the one only health psychologist in our area. And so sometimes it's hard to find those other people who share our interests, who we connect with. And it's in those connections that I think that we can sometimes mitigate some of the stressful effects of our work, our lives, the things we struggle with. And so I really want to emphasize that how these interest groups help us do that. Over the next year, we hope to do some other initiatives that help you find other people that you can connect with, and peer-to-peer, with senior mentors, with people in your region, maybe people who share a passion outside of psychology with you, so that it's ways that we can connect with one another. And again, help to address some of the issues of stress and burnout that is pretty prevalent in our healthcare settings these days. So again, want to welcome you and thank you for attending. And I'll turn it back to Dr. Anderson.
Thanks so much. Much appreciated. We're glad to have you here as well. So I wanted to take a moment to let you know who all will be here representing each of the interest groups. So we have the chair of the Adolescent and Young Adult Interest Group, Elise McKelvey; from Consultation Liaison Psychology, Amy Cruz; from Integrated Primary Care, Yahaira Johnson Esparza; from Pain Psychology, Daniel Bruns; and from Women's Health, we have Jessica Clifton. So I do just want to take a few minutes to talk about some of the benefits of membership for for the Society for Health Psychology. Some of you may already be members, some of you may be thinking about joining. We do have a monthly publication of Health Psychology, which is our official journal, the official journal of the Society for Health Psychology. We have awards and recognition for research, clinical practice, mentoring, education and training, career service, and volunteer service. Which spans both national and international organizations. Participation in up to 11 general and topic-specific listservs, including CL psychology, integrated primary care, women's health, pain psychology, adolescent, young adult health psychology, as a means of keeping members engaged and supported. And as a plug, I encourage all of you to let us know, either by email or by putting something in the chat if you would like to join any one of these listservs while we're in Welcome Wednesday. Expanded engagement in diversity, inclusion, and equity initiatives, advocacy for funding for health psychology research, education and training services, and reimbursement. We have peer-to-peer mentoring for professionals by the SFHP Connections program. We have health psychology themed webinars, including free CE programming, support for board certification for AVAP certification in clinical health psychology, including scholarships surrounding that, recognition of fellows and distinguished international affiliates in health psychology, graduate student and postdoc grants for research, clinical practice, and leadership, upgrading and expansion of the SFHP website to include trainings, resources, and a job and fellowship board. If you all haven't looked at that recently, I encourage you to check that out. Leadership opportunities in councils, committees, and interest groups, plus the social and professional value of networking and advancing the field of health psychology. So this is something that I think we find very important in SFHP. So a question that might come up is, when you go to other organizations' meetings or events, do you pay a registration fee? And when you join other organizations prior to the start of the calendar year, do you have to pay extra or wait for services? Question, when you join some other organizations' interest groups, do you pay an additional membership fee? And the answer to all of these are there are no extra charges associated with SFHP membership. So when you join SFHP, you pay one fee for the year, and then you enjoy at least a full year's benefits without extra charges for the webinars, the CE credits, the listservs, the award submissions, and any other member benefit. And so in thinking about getting the most from your membership, right, you might want to think about, are you a member of one or more of our interest groups or our specialty listservs? Would you like to become more active in a council or a committee? Can you volunteer for a time-limited task like reviewing program submissions or writing an article for the health psychologist? And are you or a colleague eligible for one of SFHP's many awards, right? And so we encourage you to find your home within your professional home by finding the kind of activities that will help you grow and advance. And then we encourage you to think about, who do you know who should be an SFHP member but isn't? Please invite your colleagues, your collaborators, students to join SFHP. New members will enjoy benefits immediately for the rest of 2023 and all of 24 at no extra charge. And there's the information for our website if you aren't already familiar with it. And with that, speaking to one,
I could just make one other comment, just
Sure.
to remind people, is that you don't have to be a member of APA to be a member of the society. There is a way to join just the society if that's your choice. But if you want to join the full APA and then indicate you want to be part of Division 38, our society, you can do that as well.
Right. Thank you for that reminder. I really appreciate that. And I think that is another thing that we often list as a benefit, that you can sort of standalone join SFHP. All right. Looks like we've got everyone back in. Welcome back. about, everyone else, I'd love to hear from folks if they have any questions that came up while they were in discussion, or any questions they'd like to ask of other interest group chairs who maybe they did not get a chance to interact with, and would like to. I'd like to make just a minute or two for that if folks would like, or just to share something that they found interesting that maybe they learned in their breakout.
I think we had a great discussion, and it felt like a mini networking meeting. So thank you for having this. And I think that was the point of having it. But I kind of wanted to pitch out to Mark, and I know I've talked with this about Barbara, is what came up in our group is the idea that there's so many organizations under the APA umbrella doing women's health work. But we feel so siloed, and how do we not only cultivate that under the health psychology umbrella, but how do then we connect with all of those other groups doing all that amazing work, so we feel like we're gaining more momentum and being able to make a bigger impact? I kind of just float that out to you to think about, because Virginia and I have noticed it's really hard to do that.
That's a great idea, Jess. I think there are some ideas, and having representatives from the different groups be able to come together would be really wonderful. So great. Figure it out.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Jessica, for sharing that and making the pitch. Anyone else?
Sounds like the consultation liaison group is getting off to a good start too. Yeah.
Yes, we are very jazzed. We are all like very, very eager to get things going and spread the word of CL.
That's wonderful. So glad you're doing this.
Yeah, I saw some good posts that were on the listserv recently on that group, so it's off to a good start. Thanks.
Yes, yeah, I really want to thank everyone for being here today. I'm so glad that these discussions were able to take place. We will wrap up with encouragement to, if you have not yet sort of renewed membership in Society for Health Psychology, please do so. But also, please think about it. If you would like to join any of these groups, if you've not already, have access to their listservs and their content. I know that we, generated a lot of thoughts about even, so conferences that might come up that we would only learn about on a listserv, such as, the Women's Health listserv. And I'm sure that others had similar conversations. So I will encourage you to let the interest groups be a platform for your feeling like you can get more involved in Society for Health Psychology if you are wanting to do so. And again, thank you all for being here, and we will look forward to seeing you again. Thank you to our chairs very much for your time as well.
Thanks for hosting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks,
Really appreciate everyone who both participated and is a leading role in this. So thank you very much. Makes a difference.